Welcome. I'm Richard Clarke. I'm reviewing and commenting on Drg Drsya Viveka, or An Inquiry into the Seer and the Seen. Today is verse 38. When the mind is absorbed in the self, there is no perception of duality. The vision of the seer and the seen ends, and only the self, pure consciousness, remains. This verse reveals the natural culmination of spiritual inquiry. When attention no longer wanders outward towards objects of perception, the mind settles into its source, the self. In that still absorption, all distinctions dissolve. The idea of a separate observer and an observed world no longer arises. The sense of I as an individual doer or knower fades into the silent expanse of pure awareness. This is not a trance or a loss of consciousness. It is an awakening to the ever-present reality that is never changed. The appearance of duality does not mean that forms vanish, but that their separateness is no longer believed in. What was once seen as other is recognized as one with awareness itself. This is the peace beyond opposites, beyond birth and death, and gain and loss, joy and sorrow. It is the direct realization of what you have always been, infinite, luminous, and untouched. For you, this verse describes the final rest of the mind in its true home. When duality ends, suffering ends, because suffering arises only when separation seems real. Living in this understanding does not require withdrawal from life, but a complete inward release of false identification. You continue to act, speak, and perceive, but without attachment or resistance. Every action flows from silence, and every perception arises within the stillness of awareness. This verse encourages you to let the mind dissolve its grasp on distinctions and trust in the quiet radiance of being. The sense of effort drops away, replaced by a natural ease and joy. You discover that peace is not an attainment, but your own unchanging nature, shining when the mind is at rest. Here is an inquiry. What happens to the sense of I and other when I rest in the silent awareness that witnesses both? Namaste. I'm Richard Clarke. My new book, Atma Vidya by RamanaMaharshi with comments offers clear insights into this profound poem on self-realization. In this series, I share Ramana's timeless wisdom and my reflections and inquiries to deepen your practice of self-inquiry. Discover the peace that comes from knowing your true self. The Amazon link is in the description. These videos bring Shankara's teachings into your direct experience. Subscribe to see more. Click thumbs up to like. Send questions and start a dialogue with a comment.